going, everyone? It's my first vlog of my retirement stage of life. Been still trying to adapt to the idea that I'm not tied to a Monday through Friday job anymore. And as you can see the smile on my face, it's not a hard adjustment. It's kind of enjoyable, you know. I guess like anything else, right? Because I've been doing this, I've been working for so long, full-time job, you know, Monday through Friday. It's just like anything else, you're kind of in a routine. You start to kind of get used to it and expect it, right? So the first few weeks after I retired, I kept having these feelings like, oh, something's missing, or what about this project, or I gotta go to this meeting, or I gotta work tomorrow. And it's like, no, you don't. It took a little getting used to. We're about a month in now. This is actually the fourth week, so I think I've kind of finally gotten over the idea that I have to go to work. It's still kind of like a dream almost, you know, like when I started working when was I 16, never know that I'd come to see this day, right? I had many jobs in different types of areas, and unfortunately the last job I held was in a pretty good company, so it set me up good for my retirement, allowed me to retire at an age sooner than I had expected. So, you know, I'm super thankful for that opportunity, right? And of course, nothing happens by accident, right? It's all to the glory of God that He laid out this path for me and helped set me up to where I'm at now, right? With all the experiences, challenges, all the fantastic people that have been in my life, right? So probably, I think this is week 4. I probably averaged about 3 to 4 lunches a week. So I think I'm somewhere around 14 lunches, a couple coffees. It's like a lot. I had a lot of meals, but it's very good because I was able to catch up with several people that I hadn't seen in a while. You know, oh yeah, Happy New Year's, we should get together, and Merry Christmas, we should get together. And then year by year, you know, it just keeps passing and you never get to see them. So finally got to the point where I actually am able to connect with these people, you know, have lunch with them. You know, it's kind of funny. Some people, they have a pretty wide open schedule, so boom, like I think I had a 3-hour lunch once. Some people are like still working, so it's like 1 hour and then boom, cut off. Yeah, so it's been fun catching up with a lot of people. You know, I noticed too that you know, unbeknownst to me at the time, right, a lot of people that I'm meeting up with, coworkers, they were religious people too. So, you know, try to surround I guess I unknowingly was surrounding myself with people with similar mindsets and similar beliefs. So that was a really, really good thing, and I'm, you know, thankful for all the relationships that I've built. You know, actually, I just started a couple weeks. I've been into a couple meetings, so I started a small group. You know, I've been going to church for a while now, and every service, you know, they bring up that church is built on small groups, and it was tugging at my heart. And you know, I was thinking, how do I join? When do I join? I knew that once I retired, that would be my cue. So first week I had a bunch of stuff to do. So second week of retirement, boom, first meeting. I had 2 meetings so far. I really like it. I'm able to interact with, you know, people that have been doing it longer than I have, so I can ask them questions. And I tell them, you know, sorry, I know this might sound like a silly question, but you know, being in IT, I'm always seeking information. I always have questions. So, you know, I asked a bunch of different questions, and they said, don't feel bad. Those are questions that people all ask, right? So, all right, so I feel like I'm on the right path from that standpoint, right? So small groups has been a real blessing to me. It gives me another avenue to connect with like-minded people, surround myself with good people, continue to help me become a better person. I was able to address a broken relationship that was bothering me for several months. I was fortunate to have an intermediary friend help broker the conversation, cleared up the air, somebody that I had known for quite some time. So it made me feel good that, we were able to, I was able to express my my regrets of what I had done, right? So want to move forward with that one. So that was really a good thing. And like they say, I don't want to be a hypocrite and say this, that, profess to these things, and here I am doing something in the background that's not in line with that, right? So I had to clear that, right? So now that I've cleared that, there's a person or two that is on my mind that I want to try to help them become connected. I know that they have struggles in their life, so it'll be a challenge to break that mindset that they have now, but it's my goal. It's something that I'm gonna work on and continue to work on and not give up, right? I kind of just put the seed in the ground and run away and then expect it to be a tree, right? Gotta keep watering it, nurturing it, right? So that's it. But the fun stuff, right? So I bought a inflatable stand-up paddleboard last November-ish, like around Black Friday, so late October, November time frame. And it was in the box for a while. Actually, the week that I was going to retire, took it out of the box and inflated it, see what it was about. But yesterday, after 3.5 weeks, almost a month in, I had my first opportunity to take it out to test it out, right? So I went to Ala Moana. It was new, right? So I used I have a manual pump, so it probably took me, I don't know, 15 minutes. Tricep sore, back sore, all kinds, body parts sore, right? But it was fun. It was a very light wind day. I went to Ala Moana, did one lap down and back. I said, all right, so that was fun. So then Tuesday, I was supposed to have a lunch with one of my other friends, but they postponed. So I said, all right, I can go again. I'm gonna go fishing this time, right? So thinking, all right, I'm gonna go fishing. So I get down there, and the inflation of the stand-up paddleboard was a lot more efficient, right? Kind of got the hang of it, knew what to expect, and made it out through that. So that was good. Set my fishing pole the day before, everything was in place. But yesterday, it was yesterday when I went out, it was windy, right? It was a lot more windy than the previous day. So I go out, I paddle. Okay, so I paddle down to the far end and coming back. I cast a few times and the wind starts blowing me into the reef. I'm like, oh gosh. So I probably cast maybe 5 times, and I had to kind of give up, like, I was fighting the wind, right? So it was kind of a struggle. I did see one cast where I was reeling in and like maybe 2-inch size holy were chasing my grub. So kind of gave me a little thrill, right? Nothing big, but gave me some hope, right? So then Mike told me, hey, can you stand on the reef? So first I said, worried about the board because it's inflatable. Then I said, well, if I stand on the reef and I block the board from getting to the reef, that should be okay. So next opportunity I have, I'm gonna try that. I bought this little fishing pole. I saw it on a YouTube video. Guys are catching like their bait, right? So it's like a 2-foot fishing pole. I think it might be easier for me to handle. I obviously ain't gonna be able to catch a big fish with it, but I don't think I'm gonna catch a big fish anyway. Catch a few little bait fish, play around, and see how that goes. If I do get bigger bites, then yeah, maybe I'll bring the big pole. But for now, I'll work with the small pole, just have some fun. Anyway, I think that's enough for this episode. I will catch you guys on the next one. See you later.